Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia in Kamloops, British Columbia. So, welcome to my YouTube or my Facebook. I'm so glad that you've joined me. This is my Monday morning live where I basically do a fancy full card or a 3D project. And I've opted to do a 3D project, and I'll tell you the story that goes beyond that, behind that. In any event, make sure if you are on my YouTube that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. Also, if you're on my Facebook, that you do like it. Remember that this is something that doesn't go in my Facebook group anymore, but the different directions and everything else will be put in that Facebook group. Make sure that you're a member of that Facebook group because then you do get the different PDFs and everything else that are in there as well. So, remember that this is also something that is part of a live presentation. So if I do talk with different people as we go along, that's all part of the live, and I do appreciate them coming. They may have some questions that you have, but if you don't like that, you can watch the replay and you can just scoot on by that. Awesome. Good morning, Renee and Ina and Judy, Lila. Oh my goodness, Marjorie and Colleen. I am so glad that you have joined me. And I'm actually revisiting something that I did probably during COVID when it came out. And one of my friends, a friend and a team member of mine showed it in our team group. And she said, "Oh, I don't know how I'm going to go ahead and explain all this." And I said, "You know what? Just let me do it in a video because other people would like doing it as well." Hello, Jacqueline. All right. So let's just go on down to my desktop. And this is a caddy holder. You can tell how old this is. Oh my goodness, look at it. It's really ratty, but it's been sitting on my desk ever since COVID started. I used to do what I do here now on a Monday. I used to do Monday night where I would have people cut their own stuff and then we would go from there. Well, what I'm doing now is I thought, well, let's show how to do this. I know a lot of people have the directions or the measurements and everything else, but I thought I'd just show you how to do this. It's very simple to go through, and I will have templates that I will post on the Facebook group, and the link to the Facebook group is there. Now you're going to have to cut 3 pieces of cardstock, and these are the templates that I've got, and I will post these onto my group. Like I say, I've got my notes here on the score lines, but I don't really need them now that they're here. So you might want to take a screenshot of this. So I'm just going to actually put those like that. And you can do a screenshot, or you can go in and get this as a picture that's on my group. So I'll just sort of leave that. You're going to need roughly about 1.5 pieces of cardstock. I'm going to use the beautiful Petunia Pop. And the designer series paper that I'm using is the Unbounded Love. But I really like these two together. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'll go through those measurements as well. So now I've got all that together. I will go and I will mention these measurements in a comment. And I'm going to show you how to do the different cutting with it and everything else. All right. So like I say, this piece is 6.5 by 8.25. The on the 8.25 inch side, or on the long side, you are going to score this at 4.25 and 5.25. So let's go ahead and get a really good burnish on there, just like this. And then on the short side, we're going to score it at 1 inch and 5.5 inch. So I am folding into the mountain. And it's very important that when you're doing a project like this is that you continue to fold all the same way. All right. So we've got that good and scored. And I'm going to go ahead and do all the measurements, and then I'll show you how to do the cutting. Now, then we have our second piece that happens to be 5 by 6 inches. And on the 6-inch side, we're going to score at 3 inches and 4 inches. We're going to turn it and we're going to score it 1 inch and 4 inch. So let's go ahead. Like I say, I folded into the mountain there. So we're going to go ahead and fold this into the mountain. Yeah, it's about time I have a new caddy holder, and I'll just get rid of that. But oh, that was such a pretty, the colors were amazing on that one. And yes, Lorraine, it's thanks to you that you brought this back up. So I thought, you know what, let's just do the measurement. And then of course, the last one is, it's 6 inch by 3 3/4 inch. Again, fold into the mountain, just like we did on the other 2 boxes. On the long side, we are going to score at 3 inches and 4 inches. And then on the short side, we're going to score at 1 inch. Oh, I did this wrong. 1 inch and 2 1/4 inch. So this is 3 inch and 4 inch. I just didn't do the 1 inch and the 1 1/4. So I'll just put that in there. 1 inch and 2 1/4 inch. This is the score line on there. And then, like I say, we're just going to go in and just get this done. Like I say, this is something that we did. I offered as for free as well. Okay. So on here, they have where you're actually going to cut these. And we're going to do the same on all of them. So we're just going to go in and cut in here. And cut up to here. Now, I'm just going to go and do a very small miter. And I'm doing it on the tab part. Because if I do it on the other part, it's going to show as shorter. It's going to be shorter when you go, because this tab is going to go in. And when you fold this up, you want this to be even right there. We want to make sure that we get that full score line out of there as well. All right, and we're going to do that on the same, on the other side. So we're just going to cut. We're just going to do, oops, that's not very straight. Maybe it would help if I put my glasses on here. Hello, Suzanne. Yes. Well, we all did them the same time, didn't we, Marjorie? So yes, mine are very old. Like I say, it was beginning of COVID. And that was when this Forever Green came out as well. So you're going to do that on all of the pieces. So let's go ahead and just do all that. And then we can just start putting it all together. Now, I don't know who I got this from on the internet. Like I say, it was back that long ago. So we're just going to go in and take this part off. Little tiny notch. We don't need a big one. Some people prefer to do the big ones. I don't. So just like this. Now I debated, should I use the Summer Splash with this, or should I do the other? Now this Unbounded Love Designer Series paper is absolutely gorgeous. It's these ones here. And I'll just bring this out and show you this paper. And it has all the in colors. So it's really kind of nice to see it all together. Hello, Jan. So you've got these ones. Now, this is just, you know, if you decide that's what you want to use, you could do that. Use any of those. I really like this one. I really liked this one. So it was a hard choice. And then on the other side are the more muted ones. And then this, I like this and this too. But you know, sometimes you just have to go, well, I'm going to go with something fairly plain. I don't want it too distracting on my desk here. Okay. And then we're just going to go and cut that one out again on the inside. Now, like I say, I could have done that all gradually, but decided not to. And then I'll give you the measurements for the Designer Series paper. Now, I prefer to cut the design or put the Designer Series paper on while it's flat, but that might confuse you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it after. so that you can see where the pieces go. So we're just going to miter that out and miter this piece out as well, just like so. So then when we have all our pieces, they're just a small little miter. Oops, this didn't cut down very well. On these center score lines that are like 1 inch. Okay. Then, hello, Kat. All right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to come in. This is going to be the back part of this box. And we're going to get that coming up like so. Now, I tend to like my pieces to go to the back like that. So I am going to, okay, so I'm going to put the glue here. Now you could use tear and tape too if you prefer. But I'm going to do the glue because it gives me a tiny bit of wiggle room. I'm also going to put this into this. Let's see if I do it this way, like this. Okay, I am actually going to put these two pieces down here, and then I'm going to glue here. And we're going to continue to do that on all of them. So I want this to come like this. This piece is going to come over to here. I'll show you that, just like that. And then this piece is going to come here as well. And we're just going to hold that in place. And I probably could have put that glue on after, so I'll show you how that's going to go. And then this is just going to sneak right to the back. And so you've got the crease onto the back, which is what you want to do. And then there, right? And then you can just go in with your bone folder and just get that down there. All right, we've got that piece. Now let's go ahead. We are going to go ahead. The longer piece is at the back. So we're going to, let's put the glue on this part. Whoops, that's a lot of glue. So I'm going to actually come in and just take some of this glue off of here. Just like that. Yeah, that would have been a real mess, wouldn't it? So we're just going to put that onto there. Now, if we wanted that where it was in between the two, so there wasn't a notch on there, we could have done this way and then glue it up. But I prefer to have this on the inside. And it's not much of a difference. So we have that. Let's go ahead and put the glue on this one here. You know what? I've got this glue on this tiny bit of white. So I'm just going to go put some of that on there. And put this one on. Now this is going to be the piece that's for the glue. Or it could be for scissors. I've got this one for my glue. I've got my glue dots in here. I've got my dimensionals in here. I've got my tear and tape. You could also turn around if you don't use the tear and tape or the glue dots. I guess you could go like this, put that in like that. It's entirely up to you. I like the glue dots there. All right, so we've got that. You want to make sure that's good and square. And then we're going to go and put the glue on this part here. And those score lines are so important that you burnish them. So then this is just going to come up like this and close up. We're just going to hold that. All right, so we have that one. That's going to attach to that. And let's do the last one. So again, I'm bringing these two pieces in. So let's get that little wedge out of there. Sorry, I'll just take this off. There we go. Take that off. This is just going to go down to this piece here. And this one to this piece as well. And that's to the larger side, right? So we just want to make sure that that's good and even. And even on this side as well. Good morning, Marie. All right. Oops, not quite right. We just hold that for a second. Now what we're going to do is come in again and do the glue here. And the glue here. So like I say, this was something we did ages ago, back in 2020. All right. So then, and this is something else that we could have done a little bit earlier, but to save on confusion when I'm doing this, you've got this like this. Now what you want to do is you want to miter these corners. We want to cut down on an angle, and I'm going to cut down to this part down here. So you kind of have to eyeball it and go down to there. I'm going to do the same on all four corners here. So you want your scissors to line up. So it just takes you right down there. That gives you that beautiful right angle there. And we're going to do the same on this small one. So it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. If you had longer scissors, it would work. But these paper snips are, I think, the best. So there, that's going to go onto there. And let's continue down and do this one as well. So it's just off by a bit. You want that to go right down to that line there. And let's do the other one. Hello, Pam. So again, make sure that we're going down to this corner down there. There we go. All right. And then if we want, you could put this on this side. You could put this on this side. I'm used to it being on this side, so I'm going to continue to have it on that side. Like I say, see how that one is. All right. So these are going to match up here. Now, what we also have to do now is we are going to put these on here. Now, if you happen to have directional paper, it's very, very important that you cut it correctly. So I'm going to tell you how these pieces are. So on the designer series paper, you're going to have two of these that are 2 3/4 by 3/4. Now, because they're going on this side here and here, I had to make sure that they line up, like the directional part lines up. So I'll just go and put this on. Like I say, it's a lot easier sometimes is just to put these on ahead of time, but if you're using glue, it works out okay. So these are 2 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to go ahead and put that on this other side here as well. Hello, Judy. So let's just put this on there. So just there. And then you have this piece that happens to be 2 3/4 by 1 3/4, and that's going to go right onto the front here. Just like this. Like I say, this is long overdue. Oh my goodness. So like I say, thank you, Lorraine, for doing that. You have two pieces that are 3/4 of an inch by 1 3/4 of an inch. So that's just going to go on here. Now, is there a certain way that that's going to line up? Not really. And it won't matter either. So, okay. So this is where you, okay, let's put this piece on first. So this piece happens to be 1 inch by 1 3/4. So I'm going to put that one on the front here. And then it's going to matter where you put these two pieces that are 3/4 of an inch by 1 3/4. You know what? I'm going to put this up like this. Make sure that's right on there. Now, if I decide I want to put it like this, oops, this is where this is going to be important, that it goes on this side and this side. If you decide to switch it, it's going to go on the, so it's the outside parts. Do we want to do it a little bit different? No, I think we're going to leave it the same. That way I know that it's going to work okay. So I'm just going to put this on there. On here. Now this is the outside part, like so. And then this one is on this outside part here. So these are a little bit different. It kind of gives you the illusion that it's kind of staggered a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to put this onto the front. So we're going to line that up just like that. So I'm going to come with my glue there and on the glue onto the back. And then we're going to put them on together. So we want them even down at the bottom. Just like so. And the other part that we should have done is that this part here gets glued as well. So that's just going to go in there like so. And by doing that, then you've got those that are going to stay together. There we go. And then, of course, this is going to go here. We're just getting it there. There we go. And there's our box. Now, you could go ahead and you could embellish it and everything else, but I think I'll come in with this pop of petunia. Now, if you wanted, you could put names on here. These would be really nice gifts to give to somebody. And fill them with some crafting supplies. Thinking that I need this a little bit longer. So we're going to cut this off about here. And then I'm just going to come in, and you notice I'm doing this upside down. Now, in order to keep this so that it stays in there, I'm going to come in with a glue dot. So let's take a glue dot out of here. Great ideas for gifts. You know, like yeah, really nice sort of ideas to give for everybody. So we're just going to put this glue dot here so that it sticks there, so that that's our third finger, right? Now, I am going to come in here and I am putting, this isn't quite big enough. I want to get something on there so that it's the right width, so that I've got that so I can push down on it. And I'm not sure how I should go about doing that, but maybe this will work. Nope. Thought maybe that would have fit in there. How about a punch? No. Okay, so then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in and tie a bow. You notice I'm tying this upside down because the bow works better when it's tied upside down. Now, you don't have to do a bow if you don't want to. I think it kind of finishes it off. And if I wanted to, I could put some embellishments on there, but I don't think I really need any embellishments on there. So I'm just going to come in with my scissors. Does the glue fit? Yes, it does. I'm going to give you a hint about that glue, though. If you put your glue in, and I don't leave my cap on. See how the glue just fits right in there? I don't put my cap on. So what you could do is you could put putty on the bottom or just leave your cap like this on the bottom and do it that way. But it goes in like that. Let's go ahead and let's put our glue dots, our dimensionals, and our tear and tape. And there we go. We have all of that together with a deep block. I actually, you know what? It wasn't secure enough there anyways. A deep block would fit in there. I'm pretty sure it would. I'll let you know. But it was going to go down. Yeah, see, a deep block will fit in there. But it was pushing down onto that part here. So, yeah. So, like I say, you've got all that. And this sits over in the corner, and you see me reaching and everything else. So, yeah. So I hope that that comes of use to you. I'd like to see if you do have some of these, post them on my group. But this one can now go. It's so sad. But you know what? It's done. So you know what? You just put it away and get on with it, right? So I've got these two here. You want to make sure they're good and glued down. But there you go. There's that. So if you like that, give me the thumbs up. Share my video. I really do appreciate it. Oh, you're welcome, Jacqueline. I'm glad that you can do. And it's something that you definitely want to do and to share with other people. Why don't you leave my cap on? Judy, I don't leave my cap on. I'm almost embarrassed to show you this one thing. I'd left my other one up at the upstairs. And actually, I've got to show you something else. I've been making these, and I'm going to be, see this, and let me just go back on down. I have a 3D printer, so I now have this for my glue. And yeah, I just would put some putty in there, but this works for putting this cap on there like that, just like that. So I have these that I'm selling as well. Yes, it's a great thing to have on the desk. Yes, Lorraine. Yes, for sure. But I don't like the cap on because I'm always in such a hurry. I tend to have putty down and I stop the air from going up there. My glue is in and out so much that I just don't keep the cap on. I don't have enough time to keep taking the cap on and off. Call it lazy, maybe, whatever. Hello, thank you, Renee. Awesome. All right, you guys. So you can decorate it up. You could just leave it the way it is. You see how, well, mine's been sitting there forever on the corner of my desk. So, and I always know where my glue is. Don't always know where my dimensionals are because you know that in itself. But anyways, so if you like that, give me a thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. Remember, if you do live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Don't forget about free shipping tomorrow. Oh my goodness, you guys, on the qualified orders, free shipping. Gotta love those free shipping days. I'm going to stock up on some of my new in colors. And remember, if you don't have those in colors, if you don't have any of those in colors, you definitely want to turn around and join our teams, because honestly, it's one of the best specials that's ever been there. All right, you guys. Have a great day. Remember to create because it's great for the soul. We'll see you tomorrow. It's Technique Tuesday tomorrow. It'll be 4:30 Pacific time. And if you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to reach out. If you have any questions on here, I am going to be putting these templates. I'll be putting a picture of these in my in the Facebook group, which is down here below. It'll be under the file sections or under the pictures there. Do you put the cap back on with the 3D printer one, or is it always off? With the 3D printer one, I did up a bunch of these because of my retreat this weekend, but I'm putting putty down in the bottom is what I do. And I also have putty in my little cup that I also keep my stuff in. So yeah, and unless you want to transport it, then I would just leave the glue off just like that. So anyways, it's a lot of fun. I love my 3D printer. Now I'm working on phone holders for airplanes. And I do have it. I did try doing something else for my desk, but it didn't quite work. I need some more lessons. So, oh, you almost put an order in, Felicia, on Sunday. You know, I did put an order in on Sunday, but it was part of a workshop order and nobody qualified for orders over $100. So I just didn't worry about it. I just hope that order goes out before the free shipping orders do. Granny, she said she leaves the cap off and put pudding in the bottom. Putty in the bottom. But anyways, all right, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul. And we will see you at 4:30 tomorrow Pacific time with another technique. Bye for now.